So this is the start to the new video. In this video, we're going to take the valve cover off. We're going to replace the spark plugs and the wires. I took the wires out. These two bottom boots got stuck in them. They were a fight to get out of cylinders 2 and 3. But we're going to take this valve cover off because it's still leaking around these back ears. I think it's because when I initially did it, I had to slip it back underneath the coil packs as they were still on back here. And I'm thinking that's not sitting properly. And I'm also going to add a little tad bits of RTV, like in those areas where it says I've read online people put a bit of RTV around it too. But I'm going to try my best to clean it up, do that, and then hopefully stop from leaking. It's also leaking on this side. It's kind of hard to see down there, but it is also leaking down there. So first we're going to do the spark plugs. The wires aren't going to be here for a little bit. And we're going to take the valve cover off. So I'm going to set you guys up on my tripod, do a bit of a time lapse. You guys know what you think. I don't really know much about how a good spark plug should look, but I just thought I should change them because they're not too expensive. A bit of oil on this one. So. Next one. Escapes you with a sound. It's delineated. I waited at the station for an hour, but I won't. This one looks a lot more wet than the other ones so far. Seems kind of dirty too. I see you on the rise. You're drawn across the sky. Now that ink has dried. You guys, if anyone knows how these spark plugs look, I'll show them better after too, but
tell me there's an issue you've seen before. Or maybe can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it crowded all around you. I hear you tell me there's an issue you've seen before. And I can't tell you why, no, I can't tell you why. Why you have to stay here on the ground? It's overrated, the cityscape parades you with the sound. It's delineated, no one here has even learned your name, but they all claim that they saw you land and land to do the same, but they won't make it. Every moment that I see you on the rise,
so if here's our light, you can see that there is oil there. Just around that area, you can see I was just getting past the seal. I still have a bunch of oil on my belt. I'm going to wipe that off. Okay, I'm going to get some stuff. I'm going to wipe up those areas and get this thing as clean as possible.
drawn across the sky. Now that ink has dried, and I can't tell you why. Oh, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. I hear you tell me there's an issue you've seen.
So I cleaned everything up. This light here. I'm not adding RTV this time, even though I already got it. I'm worried I'll put too much and mess up. But also this is the first time I'm able to lay this valve cover on completely straight without maneuvering it. Like usually I'd have to go in at an angle and scoop it underneath the coil packs. But this time I'm able to lay it on there flat. So I'm hoping since I can lay it on there flat, it will go on better and won't get all screwed up. Because it was only ever leaking in the back. Let's see how that's sitting back there. Yeah, I think that's sitting a lot better than it ever did before. So now, there's an order I found online for tightening on these bolts, which I didn't follow last time I did this, so I'm just going to get these bolts down just snugged up and then I'm going to tighten them to spec. I also don't want to screw this up. So I'm going to do this with a ratchet.
Or maybe can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it crowded all around you. I hear you tell me there's an issue you've seen before, and I can't tell you why.
order I'm using. Let's see if it'll focus on that. So I'm going to try and tighten them in that order to 43 to 78 inch-pounds. I'm using, if you look at my thing, if you look at that, if I can read that good, I have it set to 60 inch-pounds. I have that 0 right on the 60, which I'm pretty sure is how this thing works. So, I managed to get this thing to print properly. My printer's a bit small, so I had to print in 2 halves. But it's going to be a little cubby for right there in the dash. I'm going to replace that with the cubby. So I'm going to take this out so I can screw it into that and then use some heat and then just try to melt this together. So I'm going to cut back. I'm trying to do that. So I got this here, and you can see what I'm kind of doing here is I'm taking bits of filament that I used to print it, and I'm using that like soldering iron thing just to heat it up, melt it into the seam, and then just basically just welding it together with plastic. So it's up a little time lapse, just so I actually have some time. And then watch me do it. I don't know how much you'll be able to see, but it'll be something.
Sorry baby, I just don't know the words or how to conjugate down. Was it really past tense I heard, or was it present perfect? Maybe we could forget the time you faced that friend without me. Maybe we could go back to mine, pretend it never happened. Oh, when the rally's out of time and you say it will be fine, well I just can't find the line. Oh, I know what to say. Throw it all away. Sorry baby, I've been drifting again. Could you repeat the question? No, I guess I do not know when it first became a problem. Sorry that it's all such a mess. The words, they seem to leave me. Didn't really quite catch the rest. Not keen on it repeating. Oh, when the rally's out of time and you say it will be fine, well I just can't find the lines. Oh, hope I know what to say when you throw it all away. When you throw it all away. Sorry baby, I just don't know the words. Was it really past tense I heard? Maybe we could forget the time. Maybe we could go back to mine.
Okay, you can see on this how many little pinholes are on the bottom, but I patched most of the big ones up, you can see. If you just look at that, it's not too bad. And you can see all the seams are welded from the inside and out. To see if I can show the inside. So that's pretty good. I just have to make it fit on the dash. And then it's just gonna sit in the dash, something like that. It'll be cool. So I'm gonna clean this area up a bit. Hopefully it fits. I'm gonna cut back if it does. So, I got it installed. Definitely not perfect, because if I hold it up to light, you can see the tiny little holes at the back. But when it's in, you won't see that. Man, I don't think anything will puncture through it, because the stuff's pretty soft. So let's get this thing back in the car. It kind of pokes out a bit, but I like that it kind of leans back, because it'll hold the stuff better than falling out. So put that back in the car and we'll be good. So, got it in. not too bad. Only weird thing, sometimes this bottom piece wants to lift up, but it's really small. I'm happy that it kind of does. Since it's such a soft filament, I'm happy there's like still something there for it to sit on. Like it goes down only a little bit before it gets caught. In the back, ain't too bad. And my phone fits. I don't think I'll ever put my phone in here, but it fits in there quite nicely. I like side to side too. It's pretty out of the way. So it's been a bit since I picked up the camera. We got the new wires. Here they are. I also went out of my way. This is the original bolt that goes in that lower hole, and I'm replacing it with this one, a tad bit shorter. If you can see, the top isn't as big, and I'm hoping it'll be easier to get on and off. And you can see everything's the same, the threads are the same, it's just slightly shorter, so it should be fine. So I'm going to see you guys up on my tripod, and we should get this all back in.
It's been a while, I've been out on my own. I get a little anxious when you call me on the phone. Somebody said that it fades away, but in the interim it was hard to see that way. It's been a while, I've been out on my own. I'm in denial about living life alone. I said I don't like change, but I'm not afraid. I can't keep it together every way. And when every page is in disarray, I think we'll be okay. I said I don't like change, but I'm not afraid. I can't keep it together every way. And when every page is in disarray, I think we'll be okay that way. I thought I'd change when I got older, but the same year came over and over, and the only change that I could feel was the aging of my bones. And then in one October, when the sidewalk home was covered over, well, I don't know the method, but you pulled right from the loan. It's been a while, I've been out on my own. I'm in denial about living life alone. I said I don't like change, but I'm not afraid. I can't keep it together every way. And when every page is in disarray, I think we'll be okay.
So those look really nice in there now. But yeah, you can see that looks a lot better. And I'm putting everything on. You can see there's a bolt just back there. I don't know if you want to pick up on the camera because it's so dark, but that bolt is super annoying. So if you guys are doing this to your Miata, better look forward to putting that on. I don't know what the next thing is going to be. Maybe running the car, but I don't know if that'll be right now. But whatever happens next, I'll cut to that.